Aloha! Welcome back to Living in Power Today. I'm Susan Peters Chesley, your ASD AuDHD Master Coach at Living in Power Today. So we are going to introduce a new series that will probably have a lot of videos in it. So it's not a limited series. It's going to be something that I will be covering and throwing in there because Lord knows we have a lot of healing to do. Many of us have experienced dysfunctional families. And if you are in or have grown up in a dysfunctional family unit, chances are that the wounds are still showing itself in your own family life, you know? So growing up in dysfunction seems normal until you realize the pain it causes your own children isn't normal. So in this series, we will discuss many ways in which you and the whole family unit can unlearn the past and create a healthy, loving environment that will carry into the following generations. So our first video is co-parenting with a narcissist. And 6 survival strategies for AuDHD adult parents. Again, I said if you are in or currently or ever have lived with a narcissistic person, whether they just behave that way in that manner or they are formally diagnosed with NPD, you know it's nearly impossible to have a home life of peace. In fact, I really don't know anyone in this situation who does have peace. Do you? I sure didn't. And several of my clients aren't either. So, but no worries. We are going to cover 6 survival strategies for AuDHD adult parents to help you co-parent with a narcissist like a champ. So let's start with recognizing and implementing 6 key action points into your co-parenting toolbox today. Number 1 we'll cover is validate your experience and practice self-compassion. Number 2, detach from the chaos using the gray rock method. Number 3, reframe your expectations with radical acceptance. Number 4, set and enforce firm, healthy boundaries. Number 5, protect your child's emotional well-being at all costs. And number 6, prioritize your own self-care. So at number 1, we are going to talk about validating your experience and practicing self-compassion. The first thing you want to do is acknowledge that narcissistic abuse is real and it affects not only your well-being, but your whole family unit's well-being. You can stop blaming yourself for your behavior. There's nothing you can do or say to curb or stop the narcissistic behavior because that's the whole key of them existing, is to throw everything off track and blame everyone else. But don't take that. Remember, you are not crazy and you are not alone. There are so many people experiencing this right now. You can just Google it or actually throw it in YouTube, narcissistic abuse or family narcissistic abuse. And you could be watching videos for the next 10 years probably because it's it's out there. But this series is specifically for if you are ASD or AuDHD or just one of them, even just ASD and ADHD. These keys are specifically just for you and your well-being because, we relate a little bit differently. So, number 2, after you've done that, you want to practice detaching from the chaos. We're going to talk about the gray rock method. If you've listened to any narcissistic therapists online, you've heard about this gray rock method. What you want to do is it's keeping interactions neutral, factual, and emotionless. You don't want to show any emotion. You're not going to respond. You're just going to state the facts, and no name calling, no pointing fingers, nothing. Stay emotionless. This is going to be very difficult. But when you practice it over and over again, it will become second nature. So the next thing you want to do is use short and written communication when possible. In today's environment, texting and messaging and social media are in the mix. So you will often find the narcissistic person, whatever hair has gotten up their hoo-ha that day, might do a text storm, you know, um, or get on your messenger and just blow it up. Worse yet, get on social media and just act a stone cold fool, putting all your business out there in the street, which we see this every single day. So you don't want to engage with that. You want to disengage when conversations escalate. Don't react emotionally. Do not give it to them. Excuse me. The number 3 thing you want to do then is learn to reframe your expectations. This is radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is accepting that your ex will likely never co-parent with you in a healthy way. You are going to have to come to terms with that. Stop begging, pleading, stop looking up for methods to deal with them, because there are none. I'm telling you right now, the methods to deal with them, this is it. And accept the fact that you're stuck with them for at least 18 years. Focus on what you can control. Your responses and emotional boundaries are what you can control. All right. And then the next thing you want to do is reduce their impact by creating systems that minimize interactions, such as what I and many other people do is, whoever the custodial parent is, I highly suggest setting up there's 2 ways you can do it. Setting up a third party to come pick up the children and go deliver them to the other parent. If that's not possible, set up a public space, very public space, that you're not boxed in. There's actually ample people around, and there's an escape route. I'm serious. Like at a mall, in an open mall, or at a McDonald's. You don't have to eat at McDonald's to meet at McDonald's. But McDonald's is a really good, I used to use McDonald's because after so many years of dealing with this person coming to my home and just causing disruption every single time, I just got fed up. And so then I did a third space, and it worked out well until they were 18 and we didn't have to do it anymore. So this reduces their impact, by creating a system, like I said, that minimize interactions between you and them. The next thing we want to do, number 4, is set and enforce firm boundaries. I know I talk about this all the time. I'm going to have a full boundaries course. So you can download the ebook, you can have a workbook, and we'll probably do a webinar on it because it's a very important step in all of your healing. Boundaries are the first thing you need to do. So you want to communicate only through email or a co-parenting app. They're out there. I didn't happen to look it up, but you can Google co-parenting app or go to the Play Store, either the iOS or the Android Play Store, Google Play Store, and find a co-parenting app that will help you communicate with the other parent. If they blow you up constantly on your personal phone, on your social media, and your message. Now, the court system will allow you to use a co-parenting app, and you don't have to give this person your personal phone number or your socials. You can block them and use this co-parenting app, and that is the only way they can connect with you, and it is monitored. So it will give you a paper trail of any abuse that is going on in case you need to go back to court. You have evidence in this app to produce to the judge. You need to get ready because a lot of times you're going to be in and out of the courts. So you need to be prepared and have your stuff together. You want to keep the conversation strictly about the child. Nothing, what they do in their life, outside of the connection with your child that doesn't have to do with your child, it's really none of your business. If it's something going on where there's safety issues, you can discuss that. Another person bringing into their life, you really need to discuss that. As a matter of fact, you have every right to do background checks on this other person that's in their life that is going to be around your child. And you know what? Nobody needs to know that you're doing that. It's nobody else's business but yours. If you find that there's another person that's involved with the other parent that could be a danger to your child, that's something you can also deal with in a legal manner, because you might have to get the courts involved in order to stop or change, have anything changed in that. But you do not want to allow them to use your child as a messenger or a spy. And this happens in every single co-parenting situation. I don't know a co-parenting situation where the divorce or the separation was not amicable, where the child isn't used as a messenger or a spy. That's abuse, and your child is torn between loyalty and trust of the parents, and that's the start of their own disruption. And if your child is neurodiverse, that makes it even worse. Okay, so don't let them do that. Nip that right in the bud. Number 5, let's protect your child's emotional well-being. This is at all costs. Teach them emotional regulation skills. The skills that I teach here on this platform, you can also use in practice with your child, because I stated before in emotional regulation video that your family is going to see you using these strategies, and it's really important that you have an open communication with your children and you explain to them what this is and walk them through as well just what they need to know. You don't have to go into deep conversations, but as much as they need to know to help them build their emotional regulation skills is very important. Encourage open and safe communication with you, and if possible, involve a therapist who understands narcissistic family dynamics. You don't have to go this alone, and you're not going to really know all the things to do. So, a therapist who is culturally competent in your culture and your family dynamic is really important. And before you find one, you need to interview the therapist and ask them all the questions that you want to ask them so you are satisfied that they can help you. And finally, number 6, we want to prioritize your own self-care. Going through all of this stress, and it's a lot of stress. Going through therapy and have even this coaching series, its coaching platform is a form of self-care. The photo of the gentleman in a men's group is self-care. You want to build a strong support system. Like I said, therapists, friends, or support groups. Use mindfulness, relaxation, and journaling to also process your emotions. Celebrate the small wins to maintain your motivation and resilience. Now, you'll see throughout this series or throughout these slides, I've shown men, because not only women are the custodial parent. Today, men are the custodial parent, women, LGBT couples, non-binary people, people of all faiths, races, sexual orientation, are families. And narcissists exist in all of those situations. So no matter how your family is defined, co-parenting with an ex who has no respect for yours or your child's well-being is truly crazy making. You can't do it alone. And if you found this video helpful today, please give it a like and a share with anyone who might need this support. Keep in mind, you are not powerless. And why do I say that? Because when you help to grow your community for more engaging content, you help build a community of empowered, supported individuals for every generation to come. You're not powerless. We are powerful together. So I want you to stay strong, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.